Hello and welcome. My goodness.
I have to wipe my tears.
Already flying.
Oh
Already
my God.
flying.
Oh my God. Wow.
Wow. Welcome, and everyone. We are so happy to be here with you all. We already cannot contain the excitement, the majesty of this moment is profound. So I want to take a moment to just welcome everyone in. As you can see, we wanted to start off with really tuning ourselves to what this transmission is really about. This idea of the spark, the callings within. And we're about to take you guys on a journey. So, welcome in, get settled. We can already see everyone is so excited to be here, tuning in from all over the world, from Hungary, from Argentina, from Canada, from Sweden, San Francisco. Incredible. There is a global network right here. We're all connected through our hearts already. And it is such an honor to be here with each of you, to feel your presence. Even though we can't see your faces, we feel you and we see you. We are connected already. So let's dive into igniting the spark. Today's transmission is going to feature essentially two main sections. First, you will hear from the three of us, myself, Sarah, and Nikki. And we are going to each open our channels and connect into a different aspect of the spark, a different aspect of what it means to even have a spark, to even feel those pings, those curiosities, that calling, to then really feel what happens when we say yes, when we make that declaration, when we slide ourselves into the stream of reality where we are tending to that spark, to that now flame. And then what does it look like to be in full devotion, to be in service, to be a steward to the calling? So we are going to dive into all of that. And as you guys know, when you are receiving an Om experience, and this is particularly exciting because it's the first time that the three of us, myself, Nikki, and Sarah, are together doing an event in real time. And this is a nice trailer to what the next 6 months will look like for all of us inside of the portal, our 6 month incredible journey that begins this Wednesday. But so for today, to know that you are in the hands of beings that already are holding the highest vision for you, just by virtue of knowing that you are here, that you are a being who is awake, who is aware, who is even able to see that you have a spark, that we are all holding a frequency. We are frequency keepers of limitless possibility, of you living a life of magic and soul alignment, of fulfillment, of purpose, of mission. So we are going to speak and share wisdom and transformation. You're going to receive a mini activation journey that I will be guiding with powerful music. But aside from all of that, just know you are meant to be here and you will receive what you're meant to receive. Beyond the words and the language and the music that we use, this is about your connection, your inner guidance system that is going to guide you and speak to you. So, with that, we are so excited to begin. Thank you all for being here. Continue to pop off in the chat. I know there's a tiny bit of a lag for when we receive your messages, but keep sharing them and we will periodically check in. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Nikki to open up this coherence field and tap us into what these sparks really are, where they come from, and the context of it all.
Thank you, Bella. I was just moved to tears throughout that entire intro video, and I've been moved to tears multiple times throughout this morning. And honestly, this entire week, just feeling into the energy of all of us coming together in this moment. There's a potency that I can feel in every single cell of my body. And I just want you guys to really take a moment and observe the energy of the chat and the energy of yourself in this moment, and literally visualize this web of beings that spread across this entire globe that have answered the call to come to this live stream, to come to this event. I just want to first and foremost express my deepest gratitude, because I have such a reverence for you for listening. Because if you're a being that's here, you're tuned in, you hear the guidance, and you're listening. And I commend you for that. And I'm so, so honored to be guiding you with this transmission tonight, this morning, whatever time you're watching the set. So with this, I want you guys to just take a moment to declare in the chat, I am ready to ignite my spark. And as you do that, I want you to feel the energy in every single key that you're pressing. I am ready to ignite my spark. And feel into the declaration that you are making in this moment. Before we dive into anything, I am ready to ignite my spark. And with this beautiful introduction video that we created, there was a moment where we could see the Big Bang. We got to see the beautiful creations of nature, waterfalls and mountains and jungles. And then we took you back to the moment it was created. A spark. The moment consciousness wanted to experience more of itself. But before that, there was a flickering flame. Something that was guiding it to awaken. Something that was guiding it to turn on and create. I invite you to feel into this knowing. Wow, I'm looking at the chat now. So powerful, guys. I invite you to feel into this moment that within each of us, we are made of the exact same intelligence that has created this entire experience. The exact same intelligence that allowed for the Big Bang, the moment of creation, the spark. The same exact algorithms, the same exact genius is encoded within our DNA. So why would we think that us as creative beings, pieces and fractals of consciousness, would be any different, would be guided by something different? We're not. We're guided by that exact same spark. Now, I invite you to tune into chapters of your life when you were young. Within each of us was this flickering flame that was so evident and inherent, it wasn't even thought about. I want this. I don't want that. I want to do this. Not even speaking it, just doing it. Painting, running around, playing, drawing, creating with our imagination. We're connected. The broom wasn't a broom, it was a dinosaur. It was a rocket ship. Not because we were delusional, but because we were connected to the infinite nature of this realm. And the sparks would guide us. They would guide us to pick up certain things, to do certain things without any thought. Just like the Big Bang doesn't have to think about that moment of creation. It just goes. That is exactly the flow that we were in those moments of childhood. Now, some of us chose to have a journey of coming into this realm with parents that had this awareness. They would nurture our spark. They would send us off in directions that they knew it would ignite the spark within. Some of us came here with a different roadmap. We had some lessons that we wanted to learn. We had some things that we wanted to pick up along the way that we knew, kind of dulling that spark and putting it in the corner for a bit. We'd go out on this adventure and learn the ropes, pick up skills, learn essential things that we actually needed for the fullness of our spark. So, powerful, free beings, free, sovereign souls that we are, chose to be in the illusion of limitation, to walk around this earth thinking that there was other things that we needed to do besides tend to our inner spark. Not because we're victims, but because we chose a path of evolution and learning. Now, this spark, you'll hear people talk about hobbies and things that they like to do. But underneath that is an energetic relationship that we have to something. So as we grow old and our spark begins to ignite again, and as we awaken, what we once felt as a little hobby or something that is piquing our curiosity or our joy, it starts to reignite a flame within. Now, I want to drop into why this would happen in someone's life. As a soul, we start to transcend the forgetting. We start to reveal the deeper inner wisdom of who it is that we truly are. The soul awareness starts to come to life. Each of us on this call have been going through a powerful awakening, whether it's been the past few months, the past 10 years, anything in between that. You're here right now because you have been going through a powerful awakening. As we awaken, our soul essence starts to come alive and the energy starts to, imagining just like it pulsating, sending signals to the field. We start to have new awareness drop in. We start to remember things that gave us that spark of joy. We start to feel that curiosity again. The clearing of the illusion starts to reveal the spark. It starts to light up again. Consciousness wanting to take form through creation, through play, through experimentation. Each one of us right now are at a moment in our journey where that spark is undeniable. Now, tapping into, again, why this is so important right now, there is a mass awakening that is happening where Earth is wanting to find harmony. Earth is wanting to stabilize. We've gone too far this way, and now it's time to recalibrate. Too much living in the illusion, and now it's time to solidify into truth. So here comes all of these beings having an awakening, tapping into their own inner truth, and are ready to now have that reflected outward, to have that be felt in their 3D, to share a piece of truth through a business or creation or art. It is a wake up to have our awakening be made real. And this syncs up perfectly with what Earth is requesting from us. She wants us to sync up with the universal energies, the algorithms that align us with abundance and flow and creativity and joy. And we do that by tending to the inner spark as the initial first point of creation and saying, yes, universe, yes, Earth, yes, soul. I agree. I will do my part I will no longer ignore the role that I am meant to play in Earth wanting to create harmony. I am one with this experience and I choose to actually be in flow with it. We have so much old conditioning around all of the things with following the spark of it being difficult. And you just hear it all the time of people leaving certain career paths and doing these things that would be considered out of the box as if they're these impossible things that when you really think about it, that is the surrender into the inherent codes of this reality field that actually put you into flow. The universe wants you to do what you want to do from your heart, from your soul. So each of us here sitting right now across the entire globe are being summoned into this sacred place of their heart to tune into that inner spark and to truly listen to it. Even if you don't have the clarity and you're not meant to have the whole path, you are not meant to have the whole path. You just need the first step. It unravels as you go. But I just want you to feel into the power of this, of each of us answering this call, of each of us tending to our spark and seeing the importance of what it truly is, the codes of the universe informing us on where consciousness wants to create. This is our duty to tend to this spark. So start to declare this in the chat. I will tend to my spark. Or if there's another one line that is coming through that feels so resonant to your heart and soul right now, source speaking to you, through you, type that in the chat. I would invite you guys to continue to type in the chat as a way of declaring. We're going to be doing a drop-in where this coherent field is created and we have the energy of each other, but the chat is also a vortex of frequency. So I'm going to pass it over to Bella, and she's going to drop us in to the next part of this beautiful transmission. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with an open heart.
It's just incredible. And watching this chat as a representation of these energy signals being sent out. Nikki, thank you for the way that you just truly channeled the deeper meaning, the truth of this reality and how we each are built to interact with it. And to notice how easy it actually is when you just look a little deeper, when you defog that lens, you put on a new pair of glasses, all of a sudden, the most logical, natural thing that makes the most sense thing to do is this, the spark, to say yes, to tend to it. And right here, I want us to feel this, to notice. If you are here watching this live and you can see the chat, these are not just empty words being typed out. Each of these statements is tied to a soul that is a limitless being. Each and every declaration is not siloed. It is connected to a human being that houses within your vessel by virtue of existing, of being alive right here, right now, aware, a conscious human being housed within you, the infinite intelligence of this universe. Not only that, you're creating a coherent field within yourself, like an undeniable vortex of energy that is you. Notice how it feels to say, yes, I tend to my spark. Yes, I will nurture this. Yes, I will do this. Your DNA is upgrading when you say that. It is listening and it is increasing its capacity to carry light. It is jumping back into the stream, which it was always in and always belonged in, the stream of creation. I love this visual of the spark, the big bang, the moment of creation. Because you know what else it tunes us into? This organizing principle, this thing that the universe really likes to do, which is to literally send and swirl and provide and hold these little containers of creation, these things that have been created. Each of us came into existence in this earthly realm through a spark. We can see now that in that moment of conception, there is literally a flash of light. And what happens next? A full, entire human being is formed. It happens naturally. It just does it. And in what context is that human being formed? It's being held in a womb. It is being held by the physical vessel of its mother. And it keeps growing and growing and growing. It doesn't need a manual. You know what organ forms first? The heart. It just does it. As natural as a river flows, as natural as a river knows how to flow through the grooves, it creates and creates and it iterates. And you just let that thing go, it forms, it keeps going, and it becomes a truly miraculous thing. Right? And right when we come into this earthly realm, we have to be held. We have to learn. Right there, can you see the inherent truth of this reality field? How held we are. How held creations are. How held creations are when they come from a spark. So to think, this paradigm we're stepping into, this new paradigm, it's us just realizing what will actually work better. Which is to say, the thing that has a shininess to it because my soul lights up, that actually, as Nikki said, is easier and more natural to facilitate into its fullest form. There is a reason why all of you here understand that it's not worth it anymore to tend to things that don't even have a spark. That when you feel into it, it falls flat. You are too powerful. You have remembered your power too much to act different because you know that this experience is energetic in nature. That if the universe was looking for hotspots of creative activity, all of us are lighting up like never before on the map because we are willing to go toward the thing that is the spark, that is off the beaten path, because it holds within it the essence of creation. So I want you to feel and realize that yes, the journey will contain its plot twists, its moments, but right now I just want you to realize how inevitable, how natural it is to light this spark, to let it grow into a full-on fire and flame. And that you've already been doing this your whole life. You are a walking example of the miracle of creation. Looking in the mirror today, when you pass the bathroom, pass a mirror in your house, and you look in the mirror, that is a miracle of creation. It is folded into every fiber of your being. The formula, the way to do it is already there. So there's nothing to figure out. We don't have to go into the womb and give a manual. It knows what to do. How simple, how obvious is it? And yet how overlooked. But today, that's all we see. by virtue of it being a spark, by virtue of it exciting you, of it calling you, by virtue of it making your ego sweat because it is so magical. This spark is inviting you into a timeline that is aligned with where the spark came from. These sparks are not random. Nikki started to illustrate that Earth is summoning, is calling upon beings to act, to follow certain sparks. These sparks did not come from nowhere. There is a higher intelligence, a loving consciousness that is guiding us. Remember how creations are held and supported. Remember how creations literally magnetize in what they need in order to grow and to be nourished. So the origin of your spark already proves its worthiness of being tended to. And that you are going to enter a field of reality aligned with this organizing principle of reality. And that the universe tends to send energy where things are aligned and harmonious. That gets to be your default way of being, and it is and it will be. On the other side of the discomfort, on the other side of the fear of breaking out of the box, is a reality that feels even more natural, peaceful, magical, guided. When I tell you that you will literally receive the exact next steps that you need, the exact idea. Let's say you are an entrepreneur and you begin this business that comes from a spark. You will be given, you will be gifted the right place, the right time, the right people. The more you open up to this way of being, to be in alignment with this flow, there is energy moving all the time. This place that we live in, this ecosystem we're a part of, it is hardwired for evolution and expansion. Your sparks are tied, inextricably linked to that desire to evolve and expand. Therefore, you are right there on that path with it. You are a part of that process. This right here, this feels so expansive to sit with, to feel, because it's how we're meant to be. This is our natural state. So let it feel that way. Let it feel exciting. Let it stir emotions in you. Let your mind, your third eye, your heart be flooded with images of possibility. This is a sign that you are aligning with the cosmos in the most harmonious way, that your DNA itself is upgrading in the way that it is expressing itself, that your gifts are coming more and more online, that the highest frequency, the frequency band of your gifts is increasing in its expression of light. And as that happens, this is the reality we were all born for and made for. This is what we're rendering into planet Earth, the rendering of heaven on earth through the spark within each of our hearts. And it gets to be natural. It gets to be an experience of being held. There is literally nothing to figure out. Watch and see your mind retire from the job of trying to make everything work, of wondering if you're doing it right or wrong. These questions are irrelevant to a being that is in alignment with their spark because it is natural. So now that we feel the reality that becomes available to us, the type of way of seeing the world around you, just right here in this moment, the 3D objects seem the same, but now you're seeing what they really are. Now that we feel that, this power of the yes, we're going to feel into what it's like to be in communion with that spark, what it's like to steward it. I'm going to pass this over to Sarah, who is going to, I don't even have words to describe what she's about to do, but she is going to continue this transmission. So allow yourself to continue to feel that the power of this yes has soaken in to your entire being. And now you just get to be with that yes.
And from that yes, it feels like the spark becomes that explosion, doesn't it? The explosion of excitement, the explosion of awe and wonder and joy. The explosion that brings our spirit alive and makes us grateful to be here. It makes us want to run around into the world, to knock on everyone's door and say, just tend to the spark, come with us. Come with us into this world where we're honoring the spark, we're tending to the spark, and we're devoted to it. This word devotion is something I'd like to open us into. Now that we've said yes, we've seen the world that this spark isn't random. It is the very voice of the soul of this entire universe saying, go this way. This is for you. We have something marvelous for you over here. Now that we know this spark isn't random, we've committed, all of us together, we've committed, I'm tending to that spark. Now we start building the world of being in communion to the spark. We start tending to this world where we get to be stewards of this spark. There's this tendency of the human mind to want to figure it out, to want to know the how, to want to know the whole plan before we step. But being devoted to the spark asks something different of us. It asks us to step not by sight, but by faith. To say, I am so grateful for the gift of this spark. I am so grateful to be given the gift of this spark, that I am committed to doing my best to step forward each step of the way. Because we may not know what the full path has in store. And you know, it would be pretty boring if we did. What we do know is the next best step. What we do know is we have something that brought joy to our spirit, so how could we not follow it? What we do know is we have a marvelous opportunity to become devoted to something that is the universe coming alive through us. That is the soul, the spark of the soul, bringing more of its divine essence into this world. How could we not? What else is more important? And then we get this opportunity to then build this communion with the spark. And like I was mentioning before, the human mind, the ego, it's okay, we honor it, we're not judging it, but the ego gets tricky sometimes. It wants to say, okay, but don't you think you need to know the right way to do it? Don't you think you need to know how to bring this forward to honor the spark? But the spark isn't asking that of us. All it's asking is for our devotion. And I want to talk about what I mean by devotion. What I mean by devotion in this space with all of us here is it's bringing our full heart and will toward a certain direction. We don't need to know the exact direction, but rather what the spark is asking, can you give your devotion and will toward me? Can you give your devotion and will toward the spark? So it's much less about how do I do it, and much more, may I have the courage to take the next step. May I have the courage, which the root word of core is in the heart. May I have the courage to devote my will, my heart toward this next step. toward the tending of that flame of the spark. The spark isn't asking us to be perfect with each step of the way. We're going to make a lot of mistakes. But when we're really devoted to the spark, it's not asking for us to be perfect. It's saying, will you grow so that this spark can get bigger? Will, as you step forward into the spark, be courageous enough to look into every single step you take and discover what the spark is asking of you to grow into next? And what I would love to invite into this space, to see a melting away of the old paradigm of doing things and an opening of this world that we're building together. Where we no longer ask how, and rather declare, show me. Show me how to be a steward to what the spark is asking of me. Show me the next best step, so I can be a steward to this spark, so I can listen, so I can hear the call when it's coming, and so I can remember the courage in my heart to take one step forward, because as you take a step forward, that's when the universe responds. It's like you put one kindling into the flame, and it seems crazy because it's like, well, there's nothing there yet. There's only a little idea of a spark, and I'm supposed to put kindling there as if there's supposed to be a flame, and we do it anyway. We say, well, this is what's next. What's next is one piece of kindling. What's next is one step forward. As we take that step, we're still not sure. Here's the visual. As we take the step, we're still not sure if there's anywhere to land. That's what this feels like, doesn't it? You guys know what I'm talking about. Our foot's going down and we're like, is something going to catch me? Is there going to be anywhere to step? But then as we step, it's like a gush of wind comes behind us and we take the next and the next and the next. And it becomes something that we don't even need to think about the step anymore, because we're just being moved by the forces of this universe that's saying they're moving on the spark. Let us give them more. They're building the flame. Let's give them wind. Let's give them the wind they need to be able to make that spark into the flame. Let's go. And what we get to do is have the honor of being stewards of that spark. Being stewards of what it is that God, the universe, placed as a gift on your heart of joy, of inspiration, of something you know you want to make a difference in. Where no longer do we allow the human mind or the ego to play its game of like, well, why me? Or what if it doesn't work? We don't play that game anymore. And those of you listening, you can allow it just to dissolve away from your field at this moment. We don't need to play that game anymore. And instead of saying, why me, we say, thank you. Thank you for the gift of this spark. I will now choose to be the one who is devoted and committed to being the best I can be as I am a steward for this spark. And there's something I want to bring us into before we move on to the next piece as well, which is in this world where we're now devoted, we're now stewards to the spark. I want to see if everyone here is willing to do this together, where we make a commitment to choose to be so encouraging for ourselves every step of the way. The spark isn't asking for us to know exactly how. It might not be clear, but what it does need from us and our human mind is to become the ones who are so encouraging with ourselves with every step of the way. We become the ones who flame the spark of everything we do with our own encouragement, with our own awareness of saying, you're doing good, I'm so proud of you. with our own awareness of saying, I'm going to choose to look for the things I am proud of with every step I took, and I'm going to devote myself to becoming the best I can be to carry this out. I want you to think of anyone in your life who you might have seen choosing to do something, and what it is like when you witness someone say, I am devoted to being the best I can be to carry this out. Think about the governing forces of this universe. Think about how inspiring that would be for those governing forces to say, this one right here, this light of spark, they're awake, they're aware, they've remembered, and they're devoted to doing their best. Let's go, let's give them more. Let's give them more to hold, because I know that they will be the ones to hold it. They will be the ones to devote themselves to carry it out to the best of their ability. And what's so beautiful about being our best is that it leaves room for us to learn. Instead of looking at a goal and saying, oh no, I didn't accomplish exactly that goal. We don't have to do that when we're devoted to the spark and devoted to being our best. What we get to do is say, okay, I did my best. Now what did I learn? So I get to grow to become even better. Imagine how much you trust a being who does that. Isn't it so inspiring? To look at every single thing that occurs and says, I am devoted to learning and becoming my best. I will just get better. Every single thing that happens, I'm devoted to learning and becoming my best. I will just get better. So what if each one of us together decide to build the coherent energy field where we remember this, where we remember to be devoted, that it's not about what actually happens, but it's rather about who we choose to be through it. So what if we all chose to be our best? And to know that no matter what we've done, it is our best. And that our best is perfect for what is there in the moment. And then from that moment, we get to grow upon being the best. We get to learn, we get to become better. Like Bella was sharing earlier, that spark of life that's born in the womb, it's born into a space where we are so held. That holding never ends. That holding is within each of you and each one of us now. We are so held here. And so from the remembering of being so held, who do we choose to be each step of the way? Who do we choose to be as we relate to and cultivate that spark? As together we walk on this path of reharmonizing this planet, reharmonizing our world, reharmonizing the relationship to work, to business, to ourselves. For a long time, business worked in this interesting way. Business, growing, goal setting, it worked in this interesting way. It's kind of like how a lot of people, and I'm not knocking this, but it's kind of like how a lot of people say, I want to save the planet. The planet's good. Planet has been through a lot of transformations in billions of years. She's good. It's not about us trying to do it or trying to save or trying to do any of this, but rather what the planet is asking of us is to listen. So what we're doing now is going from I need to be someone to save her into going into I'm going to be someone who's going to listen and be a steward to the spark and the inspirations that are coming through. And this is what we're building together. This is what changes the world of business. We're now, instead of thinking that we need to run a business so we grow, so we create money, so we create these ideas, and now it becomes, let me listen to what the collective consciousness is asking of me. Let me listen and be a steward to what this spark of desire, this spark of joy, this spark of the inspiration that is on my heart is asking of me. And let me step into a world where that becomes my devotion. And I want you to know, may this moment be evidence of how you are not alone in your path. Not everyone is going to understand it. Not everyone is meant to. But look at the other people on this call. Feel it. Look at the three of us here who are with you. We are with you. We're not people, random people on the internet talking to you. We are sisters. We are here with you. We are devoted to carrying out the spark with you. You are not alone. And if at any moment there's a moment of forgetting, tune back into this field of energy. This field of energy, remember it, let it anchor into your heart of a remembering of, I am not alone, I'm held here. I am carried and uplifted by all the souls here who are also carrying the spark and devoted to the spark in their hearts. We are in this together. You are not alone. And you are so celebrated for the path you are taking. You are so honored for choosing to listen in a world that has been designed to keep people asleep. You're awake, you're aware, you're choosing to listen. So at any moment that you take any step toward your spark, I want you to imagine that every single person in this space is celebrating you, is welcoming you with open arms, saying, good job, you did it. You're amazing. You are so held here. You are not alone. And that spark on your heart will continue to carry you forward and carry us all forward into the beautiful world that our hearts know is possible. So I thank you all so much. And what I'd love to do is pass it over to the experience that we're all going to have together as Bella takes us into a beautiful experience where we're all going to drop in together and anchor in everything that we've discussed tonight.
Wow. Thank you, Sarah. So deeply moved. I can feel the field of this this group coherence here. The awakening taking place in our hearts. Just taking a moment. I invite all of you to take a moment, just a few seconds here of some silence and spaciousness to just really feel. Put a hand on your heart. Breathe into your heart. Exhale. Feel the presence of your own higher self, this global network of heart-centered beings all connected here. There are no words to properly describe, so just feel it and be with it for a moment. So now, I am deeply honored to get to invite you all into this journey. This, can't even really call it a meditation journey. It's much more than that. But for those of you who are joining us for the first time, having a Om experience for the first time, I'm going to guide us through a short, about 14 minutes journey that has beautiful music, frequencies specifically picked to really stir the spark and to ignite that flame. And so I'm going to invite you, if you would like to grab headphones or do anything that you would like to get yourself ready to receive this experience, which is going to be There's nothing to prepare, there's nothing to know ahead of time. I'm going to guide you to breathe, to relax, to get into a heart coherent state. And all there is to do is to just simply receive, to enjoy the frequencies of sound, of music, and trust in my voice to guide you through an integrated moment of igniting your own spark. So take a second, grab your headphones, whatever you'd like to do, take a sip of water. And I highly encourage you to stick around for this journey. This is where you are going to feel it in your own being. You're going to connect in with the deepest, most essential part of you and receive your own potent, unique wisdom and guidance. So I will do a quick sound check, as is customary, to ensure that everything is in working order. And Nikki and Sarah, if you would just assist me with that. And anyone in the chat, there is a bit of a lag, so just if you have just a little bit of patience while we get that all set up to go. So Nikki and Sarah, if you would let me know if you can hear this music playing. You can hear it, and the volume with my voice sounds good. Beautiful, sounding good volume, amazing. Okay. And everyone in the chat, I'm going to give it just a few seconds for it to catch up and let me know if you can hear. Sounds amazing. Thank you so much, Luke. Beautiful. Yes, sounding good. Okay, awesome. Okay. And as always, just if the sound is feeling wonky, refresh the page. You're good. You're good. This is about receiving. You're good. Amazing. Sounds like we're all set. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So allow yourself to just fully arrive in this moment. Just relax, let go, find a comfortable seat. Just beginning here in a few moments of quiet, just breathing in and out of your heart. Allow yourself to fully soften into the moment, into your seat, wherever you are. Start to deepen your breath. Go ahead and take a nice cleansing inhale in through the nose and release out of the mouth. Breathing in and out of the heart space. Begin to breathe just in and out of your nose with the lips sealed. Breathing in and out of your heart as if there was one big nostril at the center of your heart that could take in this life force energy. Breathing in and out, expanding the heart. And you're taking your time here, feeling so gentle with this breath. As if you could literally drink up this inhale and then let it pour out of you through the nose, all in and out of the heart. As you breathe in and out of the heart, it's like the heart turns into this flower, very gently pulsating in and out like it's fully alive. And I invite you to deepen that breath even more, as if you could draw the inhale to the center of your heart, all the way in there. Hold it for a moment before you exhale and let it go. As you breathe into your heart even lights up. It gets warmer. You see this green glowing energy, this bright green light carrying the frequency of love. Your heart being activated through the power of your breath. Now on your next inhale, imagine you take that breath in through the heart and then continue to inhale. Bring the breath up to your mind, as if there's a highway between the heart and the mind. Hold it in the mind. And then exhale, let it go out of the mind. And then you'll draw that inhale into the mind as if you could breathe directly into your mind and travel that breath down the highway to the heart and exhaling out of your heart. And just repeat this a few times as you please, connecting the heart, the mind, the heart. Noticing that there's even a glow, this highway between the heart and mind, fully connected, a string of electric light. And as you release this breathing pattern, continue to breathe in and out of the heart, feeling so relaxed, knowing that your heart is fully online and that the rest of this experience is happening through the eyes of your heart. And now through the eyes of your heart, you immediately see that you are standing in the center of a field, a vast expanse of shimmering grass and flowers. And like a flashing light from the center of your heart, this spark is here right away. It's illuminating a specific path in front of you. How quickly you're able to see that this path is marked by ideas, by little totems, symbols, visions. Let yourself fully animate this vision as quickly as the spark is able to. How quickly an entire world becomes available when you acknowledge the spark. What is being shown to you by the world of this spark? Can you allow yourself to be immediately uplifted? You see yourself floating up like an angel, guided by the light of your heart. How free, how limitless. The entire fabric of reality shifts because you say yes and you allow the spark to illuminate possibility. See yourself moving so gently, dancing, floating, playing with the spark, and allowing it to lead you. You don't have to do anything. The spark takes care of it all. Can you relax even more into this moment, completely surrender over to the frequency of the spark? Remember, the spark is coming from the infinite intelligence that made you, that created this universe, that loves you, that wants the best for you. And as you slow down for a moment, to really feel into the frequency that this spark carries. There is an energy underneath it all, underneath every idea, symbol, totem, synchronicity, vision of yourself and the life that you will live as you follow this spark. There is an energy underneath. And this spark, it simply invites you to be the one who can tend to it. So maybe in this moment you ask the spark, how do I tend to you? Show me how I may be a steward of the heaven on earth that I know I will help to create through what you are showing me. There is a tenderness, a feeling that this flame, this fire, it trusts you. It has chosen you. It knows you are the one. So it doesn't ask you to be anyone other than who you already are. Can you sit with the feeling, the knowing that you are a match made in heaven for this mission, this vision? See this spark having a safe place in your heart. With this spark safely in the home of your heart, it becomes apparent that this spark is not just creating magic in your life, it is going to create magic in others. It is going to contribute to the rendering of a heaven on earth, because it carries a frequency beyond this realm. You live in a reality where consciousness creates form, and the universe calls upon beings that know this way of creation. You are a being that understands this task. So can you see the world that becomes available with you as the steward to this spark? You are essential to this planet. You are essential to the rendering of heaven on earth. May you feel the power of this. Let it move you. Let it stir you. The limitless being that you are. And how this spark turns into a full-on fire within, lighting up the way, not just for you, but for all who encounter it. Take a deep breath into your heart. Exhale, allowing all of these beautiful sensations to wash over you. And invite your body to relax even more. Let all of this energy simmer. And let yourself melt into being held, being supported. There is nothing to do, nothing to seek. Only an invitation to be gentle, to be kind to yourself on this journey, kind to others, to be a loving vessel for the divine to move through. This is an invitation to be who you really are, to trust yourself and relax into the knowing that it is already done. And you get to revel in the beauty of the unfolding. You get to bear witness to the magic. You get to participate in the creation of that magic. In this moment, the spark has been ignited. You have lit the path. Take a gentle, deep breath into the center of your heart. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. You are so held here. You are so guided. You are meant to be here. You belong. And this spark has chosen you. One final breath into the root, to the heart, to the top of the head. And the biggest exhale all day. Place a hand on your heart and the other one right on top. Acknowledge that the spark is now safely in your heart. You've said yes. You are a steward of it, and it will also take care of you. You have entered a reciprocal relationship with the spark, the mission, the vision. And now it is just about the courage for the next step. To remember that there is no how. It is to ask, show me, and to listen, and to move in alignment with the divine will that is sown into every fabric of your being. Another inhale. Exhale, let it go. You take your time to reacquaint with the physical space around you. Be very gentle, continue to breathe deeply. I invite you to come back to this space where we are all officially in a coherent field with each other. to feel the power of hundreds of beings that have just ignited their spark and said yes, to allow yourself to fully be here in this moment as you are. Now that the spark has been ignited, we've all said yes. It really feels like this is just the beginning. And as Nikki and Sarah also come back here, we are going to speak to what is to come, the reality that is unfolding for each and every one of you in all the different ways. Many of you are going to begin a 6-month journey with us this Wednesday, January 21st, inside the portal. All of you, no matter where you are, no matter what you are doing, you're beginning a journey of stewarding this spark. I want to have us all stay here to really soak in the power of this moment, because this right here, this is what shifts timelines. This is what sends out a signal, undeniable, to those organizing forces around us, to send miracles, to send people, opportunities, resources beyond our wildest imagination. Expect to be held. Look for evidence of being held and supported, because it is there. There's so much beautiful energy in this chat that I'm going to tap into. And Nikki and Sarah, I would love for you guys to just share the aliveness that's moving through you as we also begin to share about this journey we're all about to begin, starting right now.
Wow. Thank you so much for taking us on that journey. I was brought to tears multiple times. I mean, I'm really just feeling into the timeline shift that just happened for each of us in our life. An undeniable commitment to tending to our spark, where you will look back at this moment and feel the gratitude for the decisions that you make from here on out. Even the energy you bring into the subtle little actions you take or the big actions you take. There is a field that you emit, an energy. And I just want you to feel into how that frequency has locked into something different through this declaration. Everything you do from here on out is going to be done with a different energy. Expect the unexpected. Expect things to drop in like that. We have created a coherent field that has allowed us to tap into a remembering that is beyond. A remembering of how incredibly held we are. And I just want to invite you to know that this is your time. This is your year. This is your time. Because what you are creating is so needed. It is so needed. And I am so excited for what's to come for each of us, because us gravitating towards each other, it says something about our frequency and the work that we've been doing on our consciousness and the love that we have tapped into. There's a reason we're all here together, and it's because we have made choices that led us energetically to this moment. There's a frequency timestamp of this experience that we all perfectly matched up to bring us here. And you should be so incredibly proud of yourself, because that takes awareness, it takes refinement, it takes work of the consciousness to reveal itself, to open, and you have done that. So I really invite you guys to feel into what is to come for the next few months, whether you're coming into the portal, whether you are signed up for the portal, whatever it is that you do. See this runway in front of you as a moment that is yours. And for those who are new to our world that are hearing us talk about the portal, or maybe you have heard us mention it and you would like to learn more, we'll speak to it briefly here, that this is a 6-month experience that is hosted by the three of us, that it's pretty difficult to describe what's going to happen inside of this container. But what the space is a frequency holder. It's a sacred space for remembering. It holds a frequency that once stepped inside, you start to activate your unique genius, the genius that is meant to flow through what you create. Together, we are going to remember our sovereign power to create, to move mountains with energy. And we are going to reclaim the truth of who we are. We have picked up some very powerful tools on our journey, the three of us. And what we are doing in this 6-month container, that is actually our second time running, this time is a little different, where you have the beautiful addition of Sarah this round. We're using the tools of subconscious healing. Sarah is an expert in subconscious healing and will be hosting subconscious healing sessions every month for us to tap into the dissolving of limitation and to reveal our soul essence. There's just so many gifts between the three of us. Bella is a master in gene keys and genius activation, helping creatives understand their unique energy and consciousness that they're meant to share in their creations. I'm here as a guide and a channel to drop you into the process of emotional alchemy that makes all of your creations coated in gold. So what we have created is this beautiful container that there are many of you who are already inside, that we are so incredibly honored to invite you guys into. Every single month, there's a new theme of remembering that we will tap into. We will remember freedom, divinity, genius, creator consciousness, our mission, and then the last and final month is becoming superhuman. It's a ride. The sessions are weekly. They take place every Wednesday. And it is for the beings that really crave the community connection. They want to come into a space where they feel so incredibly held and constantly tapped into an energy that is always reminding them of truth. Just reading the chat of the beings that are inside, it's so beautiful to feel the energy. I have to say, the people that are stepping inside, powerful. It is powerful. So we actually wanted to play the beautiful trailer that we have created as a way to feel into the field and the energy of this 6-month experience that we're all going to be diving into together. And before we do that, I would love if you guys are feeling inspired to share anything else about this journey and the invitation to the souls that are destined to join this soul family.
Yeah, I just want to add that, today we ignited this spark and we created the portal to then be a true playground and anchor for every possible type of experience that comes up when we are in communion with that spark, right? Teaching both the tools, the frameworks, the approaches that have changed our lives and have allowed us to approach our own devotion to our mission in a way where we are constantly remembering our power and we are rendering experiences of the highest caliber. So the portal alone, just with the frequency it holds, will facilitate that, let alone the tools, the teachings, the expansion sessions. Every month starts with an activation session, frequency focused, to just fully bathe in the theme of that month of freedom, of genius. And this is a space where beings come in to be in full devotion, full send energy to this path. It is profound. All of us, including the three of us facilitating this space, we go on a freaking journey, and we trust what is going to unfold will be a profound point of the timeline that we look back on. If you feel that energy and you know that this is the year that you go all in, that you trust yourself, that you step into a space where week after week you are anchored, you are uplifted, where you fly, the portal is for you. It is a calling like no other. You will feel it. You will know it. And we start in just 4 days. This Wednesday, the energy is profound inside of this space. And just know it's a paradigm. A paradigm. The operating system of this paradigm is tuned to an extremely high consciousness that understands the spiritual truths of this reality, where every tool is coming from an energy of you being your own guide, your own healer, you being a being that has access to an inner oracle, a compass, of being a limitless soul. Everything we do is coated in that frequency. And that is what makes it so powerful and life-changing, and also fun and unbelievably nourishing to the inner child. It is beyond. I am eternally grateful that the portal, the entity that we feel, it's this energy that has chosen us, right? The portal is a spark for us that we said yes to, beyond an honor of a lifetime to get to hold that space and container for all of us. So wanted to add just, the frequency of the space that speaks really for itself.
So powerful. And what I would invite everyone to do before we play this video is to feel it in your heart, because there could be a lot of questions going on for some people that can feel that this is for them, but not sure. Like, one, everyone trust where you're at. You know, like when this is a space for you, you'll know it. And like everyone trusts where they're at and enjoy what this video does, because it will ignite the spark even more. It will activate a world of these next few months being something that you lock into, and something that I'm so excited about too, to remind you guys of, is something that has been a theme throughout this video, which is that you belong here. The beautiful thing about the portal is that it's this tribe, this soul family of people who help one another remember together as well. We will inspire one another. We will uplift one another. We will see gifts in one another, and it will help us uplift areas of our lives that we didn't even know needed uplifting, but being in the space of one another once a week uplifts it. So it's going to be profound. So what I would invite everyone to do as we play this is to go on the journey with us and to feel it in your hearts, feel it with every cell of your body, and tune in, because the experience of the trailer in and of itself is quite profound.
Incredible. Okay. So excited. I feel like we're at a movie premiere.
We are.
All right. Okay, everybody sit back, relax, and prepare for the portal.
Across the globe, a silent revolution is unfolding. And souls everywhere are receiving the call. They're feeling within an awakening, a spark, the mission coming to life. It's a call to contribute to the new earth that we have called upon. This is the collective rising. This is the emergence of the new earth. Felt as a spark that whispers of a world being born through each of us. And those that have received the call, the artists, the visionaries, the healers, the creatives, are being summoned into the sacred space of their hearts to say yes to the mission that is calling their name. This is the moment we prayed for. This is the moment we see truth made real. Through our essence, through our energy, and our creations. This is the moment we answer the call.
You give me everything I need. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Right here, right now. You give me everything I need. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Right here, right now. You give me everything I need. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Right here, right now.
I could not help but sob during that.
I'm like laughing, crying.
Me too.
Oh
We're
God.
about to go on a ride.
A ride. A ride. I'm like feeling into the energy of what's about to happen and like I'm like literally shaking. I am just blown away by what happens with the power of community and when we come together. Last round was insane, but something about this round feels like, oh God, I literally cannot even put it into words. There's a frequency to what we are stepping into that feels like we are getting inside of a rocket ship. And I am in awe of the beings who are saying yes. Some of you guys signed up while we were on this call, and I'm just like in awe of the tuning in, the hearing the guidance, and saying yes, leaning in. The frequency of this portal is profound, and it's hard to formulate words with what I'm tapping into with the timelines that are about to unfold for all of us. And even just, we were talking to Bella's sister the other day, and she was like, guys, the energy in the Slack is insane. Like, this is, like, she's like, what is going on this round? Yeah. Wow. Guys,
Truly.
get freaking ready.
It's lock-in time.
Yeah.
All of us.
Uh.
Us as the guides, we're in this with you. It is lock-in time and we are flying. Let's do this.
Yes.
We're about to fly. We
Yeah.
are flying. This is the point where I lose the words because it is profound. I'm in awe. Yeah, this energy is speaking for itself here. Yes, whoever just asked, joining late, is it worth watching the replay? Yes, yes. Watch this whole replay. It will get posted live to YouTube right after we finish here. I deeply honor every single one of you. I just want you to know how seen and acknowledged you are. Not by just us, but this entire reality field. You are so loved, held, supported, And yeah, the 6-month journey, guys, is going to be next level. I literally have a loss for words. I'm just, oh my God, everything was said.
And today, like, I really want to say one, thank you, Nikki and Bella, for inviting me in. I could cry at gratitude for both of you because this is such a joy and such a gift to be a part of. And I want to say thank you, everyone, for listening and being on this session with us today, because what came through was beyond anything that could have been planned. And it was because everyone who was listening to this. So with us together, like, let's set the intention that this year for all of us is the best year yet. As we tend to the spark, as we become devoted to it, as we let it lead us to realms and reality fields rendering that are better than we can imagine. It's time.
I don't want to say goodbye to everyone, but I guess this is where we say goodbye.
I know. I want to keep hanging out here. I think we
And
could. I think we can go
that
into level 2 and part 2 and season 4 of this transmission.
and let's take a break and come back. Wow. And Sarah, the gratitude is so received. I'm just so incredibly grateful to have you join this round of the portal, to have the beings inside witness the mastery of subconscious healing that you provide for those ready to free themselves from limitations and to completely reprogram their being from the root up. It is profound. And I am so, so excited and honored to have you in this round of the portal. It is going to be incredible. And Bella and I are just selfishly so excited to introduce you to the first round of the portal family that are coming back for the second round, getting to introduce you to some of our core community and all the new souls that are now joining the core community of beings that are riding this energy together. So thank you. And thank you, Bella, for just putting on such a beautiful transmission. And the journey was so epic and so incredible. And I'm just so grateful to be able to receive your magic as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Drop some love in the chat, set your intentions, and go about your day knowing that you have changed. Every single cell of your body is different. You're not the being that stepped inside of this transmission, and you are leaving connected to your soul, knowing who it is that you truly are. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you when we see you.
Thank you so much, everyone. We love you. Thank you for your presence. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Okay.